Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to videos of the paid request this time from Efree. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for another episode of The Amazing Spider-Man, technically a two-parter called The Deadly Dust. Now, if you saw my previous one, you'll know that I was really big on this show. It's not because it's old. I like the Incredible Hulk show. I love the Flash from 1990. This, I mention a lot of the reasons why in that previous one if you want to give that a watch on the pilot. So again, the plot of this, first and foremost, Spider-Man saves a woman from jumping. He's worked at the newspaper. I did like Chip Fields as Rita. She was not in the pilot. But I did like her. I liked her acting. I liked her attitude. I thought she was a good addition. But the plot is three students from Peter's college. They steal plutonium to make a bomb. Why? To show them how easy it can be done. So they're complete utter morons. Just lo and behold, a bad guy finds out about this, who at points looks like Colonel Sanders, who is like he's training in Kung Fu. I have no idea why, because he never uses it against Spider-Man or anybody. Like, why are we seeing him train in Kung Fu when he never uses it? And it's like a guy who looks like he's 70 years old, and again, looks like Colonel Sanders. At least dressed like him. So he thinks Peter Parker is the one who stole it. He escapes. They found out it really wasn't him. He gets fired from the newspaper. Peter Parker finds out who it is because of the three, one of them got sick with radiation. They're at the hospital. So Peter Parker gives the third degree to the other two. And some other stuff that was weird, like how they do the Spidey sense looked really goofy to me, because Spidey sense is him sensing when danger is nearby. This is literally him being psychic. Like when he gets it, he literally knows, oh, these people are at this building over here across town. And then they visualize it where like his eyes blink, like off on switch of a light. Like there's a switch on his brain. Light, no light, light, no light, no light. I'm like, why is his blinking lights on his eyes? It just a very weird way. Because they didn't have the blinking eyes when he had Spidey sense in the pilot. They decided to add that here, which I think makes it look dumber. And again, it's not really Spidey sense. It's just him literally being literally psychic. And the action, other than saving the woman at the beginning, he gets to a fight, he gets thrown off a building. He did put a tracker on, but he messed things up because he sucks at fighting in the show. And by the end of the first part, they gotta go to California. Oh, he's tailed with this female reporter that wants to bug him and be with him the whole time. So by the second act, J. Jonah Jameson decides to join those two and go to California. And the second part, to be fair, does pick up compared with the first part. There's a bit where they're chasing, as Peter Parker, him and the reporter, they're chasing after these bad guys. They have to steal these motorcycles. They chase after them. Chase them into this Wild West, this western town. And in the midst of it, he does change into Spider-Man's outfit. There's a guy with nunchucks, which kind of disproves my point that anytime you see nunchucks, it'll be cool, because he had nunchucks, but sadly this wasn't cool. And Spider-Man he can't fight in this show. He can't fight for squat. He does pull a piece of a roof down onto the guy. There's a bigger guy that can somehow out grabs him and is like crushing him to bear hug. And I'm like, Spider-Man, you got superhuman strength. Again, this show forgets that he's got superhuman strength a lot of the times. Why did you just show that he could pull down a roof, but he can't get out of this guy's bear hug? And the fights just seem very drawn out and very boring and very slow and messy and not entertaining at all. And this reporter lady, she's kind of a dunce. Because at one point she goes, "Are you Spider-Man?" "Oh, no, I'm not." But, we went to California. It was just me, you, and Jay Jonah. You were on a motorcycle and you went to this Wild West show, and she knows Peter Parker was ahead of him. Like, she knew Peter Parker drove off in front of her. She's following behind. Then she sees Spider-Man there. The only person from here in New York was me, you, and Jay Jonah. We're here, but now Spider-Man's here, but you're not around, and you're in front of me. When I finally get there, I see Spider-Man. Who then saves me? And then when Spider-Man's gone, then you appear. I get it. Superman, glasses, how could no one tell is Superman? You guys suspend your disbelief. I get it. But it's like, come on now. Later on, the girl gets kidnapped. They find Mr. White's place, because that's the Colonel Sanders guy, Mr. White. Where's Mr. Blonde? He fights... It's the same martial arts guy who jumps and, like, jump kicks Spider-Man. Now, granted, this is an interesting bit where he does, like, POV a little bit until he finally ties him up. The one bigger guy, he kind of just does one little maneuver and throws him into a pool, which don't seem nearly as cool. Now, once in a while there's a decent piece of stunt work. In this case, well, he knows where the bomb's at, so he gotta get a chopper. And for some reason the guy's like, "Sure, I'll take you." It's a guy wearing a Spider-Man outfit who has no money, but he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take you. You seem like a good guy." For some reason. So then Spider-Man has to jump out, and there's this awful effect where he's floating. Because he's jumping out of a chopper, but he's like this. Hovering in midair. Oh, I didn't know Spider-Man could fly. He could float like Princess Peach. But then he sees a helicopter of the bad guy, grabs the web. Now, there's a good shot of him hanging from the helicopter. Nice wide shot. That's a good stunt. Granted, it's not Jackie Chan and Super Cop much later, but still, it's a guy hanging from a real chopper. There's still some dangerous stuff. To give credit's due, I would say that's definitely the best part. After I did some bad effects of him floating. He hovers over, he's on the web, he jumps down, disarms the bomb, everything's fine and dandy. Mr. White gets away. I don't know if that was like their version of the Kingpin. Because he's wearing all white. And there's a point he's doing kung fu like Kingpin did. Only this guy ain't no Kingpin, I'll say that. But the first half felt very drawn out by a very stupid idea by these stupid kids with a stupid reasoning for building a damn bomb. The female reporter, I was pretty indifferent to. Spider-Man, when he fights, he can't fight for squat. I don't know, if there was a way, I don't know, if you combine the two of them, it's like 90 minutes long. I think like 30 minutes could have been cut out of this to make it a tighter pace. And this stuff you could do, like, don't have him jump and float. Just have him. He's a helicopter. He sees another helicopter. He shoots. Have him swing. Just have him. He's on the helicopter. He sees the other helicopter. He shoots the web. Then you have a shot of him in real life. He jumps off the helicopter into, I don't know, like maybe a pad or just a few feet off the ground. Then cut a shot of just him swinging, just like this. And then just have him there on the air. Without that way you avoid the stupid floating bit that looked awful. Like, there's certain stuff here that you could have done and they would have worked a bit better. And if you hear that nice noise, like stuff going on in the background, you're wondering, what's that noise? It's the bomb. It's going to blow. It's going to blow. If you see this, I survived. I mean, even like the guy who pulls out nunchucks, he doesn't really do much with the nunchucks. And it's just like, this show sucks. I mean, this show sucks, man. It's a awful damn show. It's horrible. It's goofy. I hate using the word cheesy, but it fits in this. This show sucks. With that said, I'll see you next time with the third and final of the Spider-Man ones. He's got one more, Star Trek one, but we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.